Okay. So we are still on the topic stock valuation. Okay. After we discuss regarding the bond valuation, now okay, we continue with the topic of stock valuation. Okay. So here we have two types of stock. Okay, that is preferred stock, okay, and common stock and preferred stock. So kita ada stock ataupun other name for stock is share. Okay, nama sekejap ni. Okay, our name for stock share. Okay, we have two types of shares or stock. Okay, that is common stock. Okay, common stock is okay is in Malaysia the popular term is ordinary share. Okay, so usually US and UK use the term common stock. Okay, and then another one types of stock or shares is preferred stock. Okay, preferred, preferred stock or other name to stock. SPAC. And okay, other name for preferred stock is preference share. Preference share. Okay, that is just terms that you need to know. Okay, so actually, which as a company, they should value the price of the common stock. Okay, before this, we already discussed regarding the common stock. Okay, if you see at our WhatsApp group, okay, I've already attached you, okay, upload to you, okay, foundations of finance. Okay, maybe can or not, or not yet. Okay, so I've given to you the textbook, okay, ebook, okay, for foundations of finance, similar to the our course, okay. All the topics or subtopics included in this ebook, Foundations of Finance, okay, is equal to our syllabus. Okay, so if you look here, okay, okay, if you look at the slide, at the screen here that I shared to you, alright. So okay, you can read more further regarding what discussed okay, about the topic. Okay, you can read for your reference in order for you to get more understanding on the topics of on the subject of FID 210. Okay, so this ebook is actually easy to understand, but actually this ebook is from actually the author is from of course US. Okay? So I just want to share with you so that you can have the reference. Okay, and then so this is the topic about the stock valuation. So I just want to share with you on topic common stock. Okay, so can you see the screen? Class, okay, if you read this ebook, it's more detailed, okay? For example, like, okay, if we look at the slide, okay, the slide of PowerPoint is just mm, simple words, cannot elaborate more, okay? So if you look at the ebook here, okay, so you can read and find out more details about the subtopic that we have. Okay, understand class? Okay, so okay, what is the common stock? Is a certificate that indicates ownership in a corporation. So in this ebook, okay, we can look at the sample of the stock itself. Okay, common stock. This is uh, example of the common stock. Okay, before this, we just cannot have pictures of the common stock, right? Okay, so here this is the example or the sample of the stock. Okay, actually the stock common stock is sold by the or create, okay, by the corporation, okay, a big corporation, okay, a big company. So why they uh, need to issue for the common stock, okay, because they need to the company need to have finance, okay, more money and capital to operate the business, okay. That is why, okay, a big corporation, they should have a preference share and common stock or preferred stock, okay. So let's continue how to value that common stock, okay. So the first step is to estimate the amount and timing of future cash flow the common stock is expected to provide. Okay, so we should know what is the timing, okay, amount and timing. Okay, so and then the step number two, okay, we should evaluate the riskiness, okay, of the future dividends and determine the rate of return an investor might expect to receive from a comparable risk investment, which becomes the investor's required rate of return. Okay, after we assess the information regarding the timing of the stock, okay, is the date of issuing the stock, and then the amount of the stock, okay, and then we should know what is the rate of return. Okay, that's step number two. And then, okay, let's look at the step number three is to calculate the present value, okay, of the expected dividends, okay, by discounting them back to the present at the invested required rate of return. Okay, so let's look how to do it. Okay, the three steps show that the value of a common stock is equal to the present value of all future dividends. Okay, that is how the common stock is value. Okay, is equal to present value of future dividends. Okay, if you look at the basic concept of the stock valuation, actually for only 1 year, okay, if the common stock is just to hold for only 1 year, okay, this is the basic. Okay, for example, let's look at example 10.1. Consider a situation in which we are valuing a share, okay, of common stock that we plan to hold for only 1 year. Okay, the time, okay, for the first step, the time is only 1 year. And then what is the value, okay, or amount of the dividend is 2 ringgit. Okay, and then what is the future uh, price? Okay, 75 ringgit. And then, okay, what is the required rate of return? That is 12%. Okay, all okay in this example, all the information that we need, okay, is all in the paragraph. Okay, and then let's look how to value for the common stock. Okay, if the time, okay, is only 1 year. Okay, so value of the common stock we can calculate is equal to the present value of future cash flow or dividend plus expected price. So how to calculate is, okay, dividend, okay, 2 ringgit is our dividend of dividend price. And then we must add on with 75 ringgit. 75 dollars is expected price. Okay, the expected price of common stock, that is 75. And then we must divide it with, what is this? This is 1 plus R. Okay, R is the rate of return. Okay, so how to calculate is, okay, rate of return is 12%. Okay, so you convert to 0.12 plus with 1, okay, is equal to 1.12. Okay, so 1 here, the power of 1 is the time, okay, referring to the time. So that after we calculate 75 plus 2 ringgit is 77 divided with 1.12, the power of 1. So you will get the common the value of the common stock is 68 ringgit, $68.75. Alright, so that is how you calculate the basic. Okay, if the time is just 1 year. Okay, let's look at the example 10.2. Okay, using 10.1 but different the value of the common stock. Okay, what will be the value of common stock if you hold the stock for 2 years and sell it for 82 ringgit. Okay, dividend is still the same. Okay, using the example 10.1, that is 2 ringgit, and then you plus with the price of the stock, that is 82 ringgit. So you must divide with 1 plus, okay, 1 plus 0.12. So it will be 1.12 the power of 2. Okay, because 2 years. Okay, the stock is whole for 2 years. Okay, so let's look. Okay, how to calculate. Okay, so 2 ringgit divided with 1.12 plus the power of 1 plus with 2 ringgit. Okay, so here you should add on, okay, plus with the present value of the future cash flow, okay, that is the present value of dividends. Okay, this is dividends, and then plus with the expected price. Okay, that is 2 ringgit. Okay, dividend we should plus with the value, okay, the future value, okay, and then divided with 1.12, the power of 2, so answer is 68 ringgit and 68 dollar and 75 cents. Okay, so let's look more further and then we can conclude what is the formula to calculate for the common stock. Okay, so basic concept of the stock valuation model. Since stock do not have a maturity date, okay, maturity period. Okay, if we look at the bond, okay, the bond, okay, having a maturity period. Okay, but common stock did not have the maturity period. We can consider the value of the stock to be equal to the present value of future expected dividends. Okay, so it's the same. Okay, the value is the same with the present value of the expected dividend. So that's why we calculate the price of the common stock using the future expected dividend. Okay, that is the basic concept. Alright, if you want to calculate for the common stock value, a value of the common stock, you should know how to calculate the present value of the future expected dividends. Okay, so valuing common stock using general discounted cash flows model is made difficult as the analyst has to forecast each of the future dividends. Okay, if you want to value the common stock using the discounted cash flow, it's very difficult. Okay, because greatly simplify. If this problem is greatly simplified, okay, if we assume that the dividends grow at a fixed or constant rate. Okay, so if the dividend is not growing, it means that the same, okay, the dividend given by the company is the same, okay, until infinity years. Okay, that is no problem, okay, to calculate. Okay, so if the firm cash dividend grow, okay, by a constant rate each year, then the common stock can be valued as follows. Okay, so this is the formula how you want to calculate for the value of common stock. Okay, dividend, okay, minus with multiple with 1 plus dividend growth rate divided with the stock 1 plus required rate of return, okay, until end, okay, until uh, stated time. Okay, so the constant dividend growth rate model, okay, this is the uh, the last formula, okay, that you need to calculate, right, using this. Okay, VCS, that is the value of share of common stock, is equal to dividend. Okay, and D0 is annual cash dividend in the year of valuation. Okay, G is the annual growth rate. Okay, how much? Okay, how many percentage that the dividend is increasing? Okay, and then D1 is the expected dividend for the year end of year one. Okay, and then RCS is the common stockholder required rate of return. So if you want to calculate, so that finally, okay, the formula, okay, that we can use is VCS, okay, is equal to D0 times with 1 plus G divided with the RCS, stockholders rate of return, minus with growth rate. That is how you calculate. So how to calculate for dividend in year one? Okay, okay. DO, you must find out the information for dividend on the your valuation and then multiple with 1 plus G. G is the annual growth rate. So you do not worry. Okay, if there is a question for midterm equation or midterm exam or final exam, okay, I will give you the formula, okay, and then all the information that you need Okay, to calculate for the value of the common stock, it will be there. Okay, do not worry. Okay, and then let's look. Okay, checkpoint 10.1. So this is how you example on how to calculate the common stock. Okay, this is the example of question. Consider the valuation of a share of common stock that paid a 2 ringgit dividend. So here this is information. $2 of dividend at the end of last year. Okay, so this is annual dividend. Okay, and is expected to pay a cash dividend every year from now to infinity, because common stock there is no maturity date. Not the same with the bond. Okay, bond have a maturity date. Each year the dividends are expected to grow at a rate of 10%. This is G. Okay, so this is D0. Okay, to read $2 dividend. Okay, expected to grow, dividend are expected to grow. This is G. 10% based on an assessment of the riskiness of the common stock, the investors required rate of return. So this is R. R pun gitu. RCS. Okay, RCS is 15%. What is the value of this common stock? So let's look how, what is the explanation. Okay, here they give you the explanation. Okay, manually step one. Okay. So let's look step by step how to solve the problem. Okay, picture the problem. Okay, with growing perpetuity. Okay, perpetuity means that there is no maturity date. Okay, that it means by the perpetuity. Okay, a timeline doesn't have any ending because there is no maturity date. Okay, so infinity years, but goes on forever with the cash flows growing at a constant rate period after period, or in this case year after year. Okay, RCS is 15%. Okay, so 2 ringgit, $2 is the dividend for the zero annual year. Okay, and then 10%, okay, is the grow, apa nama juga, growing 10% is the expected dividends. Okay, apa nama, expect annual growth rate. Yes. Okay, 10% is the annual growth rate. So this is the timeline. Okay, regarding the picture of the problem. Okay, cash flow is 2 ringgit, that is dividend, and then on first year, so because the dividend is growing, so 2 ringgit times with 1.10, so it's different. Okay, so the dividend will increase year by year. Okay, because of you have the growing growth rate. All right. So the second one, the step one, step two. Decide on a solution strategy. Okay, because a share of stock can be viewed, okay, as the present value of a growing perpetuity. The equation for the value of a share of stock, which is presented look exactly like the equation for the growing coefficient. Since this equation only involves division, there is no need to look, okay? So no need to look at the Excel tools to do the solution. Okay, so the step 3 is, okay, in this problem, we must first determine D1. Okay, D1, the dividend for the next period. We know they paid $2 dividend at the end of last year, and dividends, okay, 2 ringgit is D0, and dividend are expected to grow at 10% forever. So this is G. Since the 2 ringgit, $2 dividend was paid last period, and we are looking for D1. Okay, so how to calculate? For D1 is equal to D0 multiple with 1 plus G, that is 2 ringgit is D0 multiple with 1.10. 1 plus 10%. Okay, 10% is equal to 0.10. Okay, plus with 1. Okay, jadilah jawapan dia 1.10. So 1.10 multiple with 2 ringgit. So the D1 is 2.2. Okay, so you already know D1 is 2.2 dollar, and then G is 10%. RCS is 0.15. So by referring to the final formula there, so you can identify the value of the common stock is equal to D1 divided with 0.15, that is RCS, minus with 10%, that is G. Okay, RCS minus G. So the answer, the final answer is $44. Okay, that is the common stock value. So just simple. So next, thus the value of the common stock is $44. Step 4, analyze. As you can see, once assume that dividends will grow at a constant rate forever. Okay, the growth rate is the same. The equation for the value of a share of stock boils down to just 3 variables. Okay, ni tak perlulah tengok analyze ni. It's not important. Okay, so you just need to know how you want to calculate for the value of common stock using the formula VCS is equal to D0 times with 1 plus G divided with is it okay, RCS minus with G minus RCS minus G. Inilah, this is the formula. Okay, please remember this. Okay, so let's look at the checkpoint 10.1. What is the value of a share of common stock that paid dividend 6 ringgit? $6. D0 is 6 at the end of the last year, and is expected to pay a cash dividend every year from now to infinity, with that dividend growing at a rate of 5% per year. 5% is D, and then if the investors require rate of return 12%, RCS. Okay, can you find out for me what is the VCS? Okay, using this formula. Please calculate for me, class. Divided with RCS minus G. Okay. Using the same formula, VCS do 0 multiplied with 1 plus G divided up with RCS minus G. Can you calculate for me? Okay. I just want to know what is the answer. Richie, Joshua, calculate study. Make sure that you can get the same answer with Michelle. Oh, I forgot to. My God. Okay, let's look at the